All right, we are broadcasting.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to the January 5th, 2021 reorganization and regular meeting. I'm Margot GK, the town clerk of the town of Morristown. I state that it is 7:02 p.m. on Tuesday, January 5th, 2021, and that this reorganization and regular meeting is being held remotely via webinar. Both adequate and electronic notice of this meeting were provided according to law by written notice to the Morristown Daily Record, the official newspaper of the town of Morristown, and to the Newark Star Ledger, both more than 48 hours ago. Notice was also posted in Town Hall and on the town website and filed with the office of the town clerk of the town of Morristown. I do further state that I shall enter into the minutes of this meeting a statement that such notice was furnished as particularly described by me in this public announcement. Take a roll call. Councilman Armington.
Here.
Councilwoman Cotton.
Here.
Councilman Elms. Come back. Councilwoman Foster.
Here.
Councilman Iannacone.
Here.
Councilwoman Mayer.
Here.
Councilman Silva.
Present.
Okay. Hopefully Councilman Elms will be able to join us shortly. If I could take a moment of silence. Followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance
To the flag of the United States,
to the States of America,
and to the
to the Republic for which it stands,
One nation.
under God,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next on the agenda is welcome to the public. And I do want to say welcome. I'm really pleased to be here for another Morristown reorganization meeting. It has been my pleasure and a thrill to serve this administration, this council, former council members, and the residents of Morristown. Just quickly, it's just been a horrific year. Others have been more affected. And I know that all of our hearts go out to those who need help. And I just pray that 2021, it can only be better and it can only bring people together. And I hope that we can continue to work strongly and as a team and just to serve the greatest town that I've ever worked in. So I'm getting a little emotional, but that's all I wanted to say. So welcome to tonight's meeting. The first item on the agenda is the election of the council president. So I would at this time open the floor for nomination for council president for 2021.
I'll nominate Stephen Armington.
I'll second it.
Excuse me. On the election of Councilman Armington for council president 2021, Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, Councilman Elms, you can join us. Welcome.
I have joined. Yes, thank you. Happy New Year. Sorry I was late. The answer is yes for council president.
Okay, Councilman Iannacone,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer,
Yes.
Councilman Silva,
Yes.
Councilman Armington.
Yes.
Congratulations, Council President.
Thank
If
you all.
you could please put your right hand on your Bible and raise your left hand. We can do the oath of office. I state your name.
I, Stephen Armington,
Do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of President of the Town Council
of the office of President of the Town Council
for the year 2021
for the year 2021
in the town of Morristown,
in the town of Morristown,
to the best of my ability,
the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
Oh my God.
Congratulations.
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 Okay, with that, I'll open the floor for a nomination for Council Vice President for the year 2021.
I nominate Toshiba Foster.
I'll second.
Okay, on the election of Councilwoman Foster to act as Vice President of the Town Council for 2021, Councilwoman Cotton,
Yes.
Councilman Elms,
Yes.
Councilman Foster,
Yes.
Councilman Iannicone,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer,
Yes.
Councilman Silva,
Yes.
and Council President Armington.
Yes.
Congratulations, Councilwoman Foster. If you would please place your left hand on your Bible and raise your right hand. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I state your name.
I, Toshiba Foster,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
and that I will faithfully,
And I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Vice President of the Town Council
of the office of Vice President of Town Council
for the year 2021
for the year 2021
in the town of Morristown,
in the town of Morristown,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
so help you God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Councilwoman.
Thank you, and thank you to all my council colleagues for your continued support. I really appreciate you all. Thank you.
And with that, I will turn the meeting over to Council President Armington.
Oh, wow. All right. So we'll move it on to Mayor's address.
Okay, congratulations, Council President Armington, and congratulations, Vice President Councilwoman Toshiba Foster on your appointments. Before I start, I'd like to recognize Sheriff Gannon is in attendance on the attendees panel. Thank you, Sheriff, for attending our reorganization. And Senator Bucco obviously has a number of them tonight. He did reach out and wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. Congratulations on your reorg, and he looks forward to supporting us in any way he can as our state senator, and we appreciate that. So let me begin. Well, let me start with good evening. Before I begin recapping this year, the year, and looking into a new one, I'd like to take a moment of silence to acknowledge the lives that have been lost to COVID-19. Thank you. The year 2020 began in earnest and looked like any other prosperous year in Morristown. As we rang in the new year watching fireworks at First Night Mars and enjoyed meals at our restaurants and performances at the MPAC, we expected the new year to be exciting and eventful. And 2020 proved to be a year like no other. No one could have predicted the year of change that awaited us. It became a year of change and challenges, and it became a year of new challenges that brought unanticipated change, mental, physical, emotional challenges, and for many, a financial strain and immense loss. As the seriousness of the situation became clear for us in the March of last year, our administration led the county and state in taking difficult but necessary steps to curb the initial spread of this deadly disease. One of the most painful initial spread of this deadly disease was the cancellation of the beloved St. Patrick's Day Parade, a major event with the hearts of many Morristonians like myself who look forward to the sharing of the pride of the Irish tradition that also brings economic benefit to our many downtown businesses. Nevertheless, that decision proved to be the right one. As we were dealing with many tough decisions that quickly followed, the temporary shutdown of our local spaces helped to curb transmission to the community. I want to thank our residents for their support and cooperation during these challenging times. Without your compliance, the spread of this disease could have been much worse. Bob Marley said, "You never know how strong you are until you're being strong is the only choice you have." And we proved that we are Morristown strong. In the midst of one of the most trying periods in our lifetimes, Morristown as a community came together to support one another. We saw droves of volunteers donate gift cards to Serve It Forward program this past spring that supplied over $170,000 in nourishment to our frontline workers at Morristown Medical Center, while providing much needed early financial support to our local businesses. As the pandemic continued to unfold in April, our administration delivered over 8,000 masks to residents throughout the community. At the same time, many community volunteers worked to donate fabric and sew reusable masks for their neighbors. Multiple food drives were hosted at Town Hall and other locations, while food distributions to our hardest hit residents began and continue today. Our police and fire personnel showed our community cares about Morristown Medical Center workers with regular caravans of support. And we brought joy to our children with the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus visiting neighborhoods with the Morristown Fire Bureau. Our recreation division partnered with the Morristown Partnership to host a downtown scavenger hunt for Halloween, and our seniors enjoyed their holiday meals delivered in lieu of our annual community celebration. We've been able to adapt in different ways that honor social distancing, but continue to bring services and to support all segments of our population. And our community continues to support one another. Our sense of community and mutual support is what makes being Morristown so heartwarming. That support continues with Adopt a Business Morristown program that launched in November to help businesses through the winter months that recently surpassed $100,000 of funds collected. Together with the Morristown Partnership Rental Assistance Program, our community came together to provide almost $1 million of support to our local businesses to help them endure the financial challenges of these difficult times. I'm sure many small businesses owners feel the love from our residents and know that we care and want to see them survive. As spring moved into summer, the town worked with our downtown businesses to expand outdoor dining and to waive fees to allow our restaurants to maximize their limited footprints and continue to serve patrons safely. We worked with NJDOT to allow for on-street expanded dining, which proved to be a lifeline for many businesses throughout our downtown. We worked with the parking authority to allow restaurants and fitness businesses to utilize their facilities for outdoor services. We hosted informational webinars for small business owners to learn about PPP loan and other programs offered to provide financial support in the midst of this pandemic. We even loaned our limited number of barriers at no cost to businesses to support their efforts. Our administration has done as much as we can to support our small businesses throughout this difficult period, and will continue to work with them to ensure that they have every opportunity to endure and thrive. And while a few of our most struggling businesses were not able to survive, other businesses like Clean Juice, local cafe on South Street, 0 to 180 on D Hart, and the recently relocated and expanded Gary Hours on South Street have continued to open and thrive, indicating that Morristown is still a desirable destination. Other small businesses are expected to open in the near future, including Hummus Republic, and I think that's an interesting concept if those who love hummus, and Elysium Spa on South Street, and the new locations of Midtown Wine Merchants and Macho Nacho on Speedwell Avenue. We are excited for them in the new year. The most significant project to gain approval in 2020 was the M Station project on Morris Street. This project is a culmination of 2 years of work from our planning and redevelopment team. Once complete, M Station is anticipated to bring approximately 1,400 new jobs and $83 million in economic activity into our town, in addition to much needed revenue to directly support municipal operations. Furthermore, the development includes several public improvements that will benefit our community and the region. We are excited to welcome future tenant Deloitte into the Morristown business community. The first phase of this project is already under construction and is expected to be completed in 2022. In the coming year, we also look forward to working with the property owner on the redevelopment of Skank Price building on 10 Washington Street, along with initiating a process on the developer's other properties on North Park Place. This area, anchored by now vacant Century 21 building, is ripe for transformation, and we want to be prepared to work with the owner to take advantage of the next opportunity. Nearby, I am happy to share that Pioneers Plaza facelift is close to completion and will feature all new hard and softscape areas to be enjoyed by the public. This project will serve to provide a modern connection between Headquarters Plaza, the Green, and the adjacent retail corridor on Spiegel Avenue. It is welcomed improvement that I expect will be enjoyed by many in the near future. Adjacent to this space is the future 1776 by David Burke, the newest restaurant from the famed chef that will feature Topgolf Swing Suite. This venue, expected to open later this year, is another exciting addition to our downtown restaurant and entertainment district. Another open space project that will be underway shortly is the construction of the open space at Speedboat redevelopment area. This compact park, adjacent to Madera 44 and 55, just off Speedboat Avenue, and funded jointly by the town and the developer, is a well-designed open space with a variety of passive and active amenities that will be adored by neighbors near and far. We look forward to a ribbon cutting in the late spring. We also kicked off the Burnham Park master planning process this past fall with a series of public input meetings at the park. We are excited to complete this process in the next coming months that will provide the blueprint for the new improved to this rare gem of our community. Lastly, one of the most talked about neighborhood projects last year was the hydro raking at Foots Pond. This project, completed in the fall, restores the water depth, allowing for additional wildlife habitat and improved views of the natural landscape. This beautiful pond improvement adds to the trail improvements from 2019 and the additional open space acquired by the town from the Loyola Retreat property. We are as excited about the results as the many residents who enjoy the park every day. As a special thank you to the Friends of Foots Pond Wood for their continued advocacy and work to improve this community asset. Thank you. Unfortunately, though we are excited for the continued distribution of the vaccine, the public health emergency continues to impede everyone's ability to return to normal now, and the town's finances continue to be impacted as well. While the federal government supplied some forms of financial assistance to local businesses and organizations who have lost revenue due to the impact of COVID, local governments received limited financial support from the CARES Act funding that reimbursed the town for only a portion of our direct expenses related to the protecting the public and our employees from this virus. Unfortunately, like many small businesses, the town has incurred additional expenses and experienced a significant loss of revenues, which has not abated. However, my administration believes it is important to minimize any additional burden on our taxpayers during an already trying time, which is achievable only because of multiple years of sound fiscal management. The stability of our finances is a testament to the leadership of our administration and their tireless effort to keep our finances in good order. And our healthy surplus that has been built and saved for a rainy day prepared us for this torrential downpour we now find ourselves in. As we continue to weather the storm and look towards sunny days in the future, that continuity will be important to protect the residents and businesses in our town. We remain committed to do everything in our power to support our residents and businesses as we transition, though what I hope are the final stages of this pandemic. We want to make sure that we can continue to provide critical services to our residents and make improvements in our infrastructure that will encourage continued investment in our community so that we can share and continue prosperity in the future. But we must keep in mind that our long-term financial health will come with a balanced decision, making and mitigative measures that will trade short-term sacrifices for long-term stability. Be prepared that it may come with some tough decisions in the near future. But rest assured that every policy decision will be with the betterment and long-term benefit of our residents in mind. I am optimistic for our future. Morristown remains a desired destination to live, work, shop, and visit. We have a supportive community and a shared goal of vibrant neighborhoods and a successful downtown with much to offer. We are preparing for whatever challenges may come our way in 2021, but our main plan is to continue to do whatever is necessary to help our businesses and residents achieve success. As President John F. Kennedy once said, efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. Thank you, and have a safe and healthy, prosperous new year. And remember, be safe and wear a mask. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Mayor. Moving on, the council appointments. Most of the council appointments are the same as last year. I'll just go through them really quickly. Morris County CDRS, Michael Elms. Planning Board, Stephen Armington. Environmental Commission, Tawana Cotton. Morristown Partnership, Bobby Anacone. Parking Authority, Toshiba Foster. Housing Authority, David Silva. And Shade Tree Commission, Sandy Mayer.
Okay. All righty, before moving on to the resolutions for adoption for reorganization, I do want to remind everyone that the public comment portion during the meeting this evening will be moderated through the Zoom app. At the appropriate time, members of the public wishing to speak should indicate so by raising his or her hand in the app. You will find the raise your hand icon at the bottom left side of your screen. You may also raise your hand by pressing *9 on your telephone. When it is your turn, the moderator will send a signal through the app and ask that you unmute yourself so that you may be heard. There are 4 resolutions under reorganization. Unless a member of council would like to pull one or more for separate consideration, I would ask for a motion to adopt resolutions 1/2021 through 4/2021 en masse.
All right, I'll make that motion to adopt resolutions R1/2021 through R4/2021.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Cotton,
Yes.
Councilman Elms,
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster,
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone,
Yes.
Councilman Mayer,
Yes.
Councilman Silva,
Yes.
Council President Armington.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the regular meeting agenda. There are 2 items on the consent agenda. If a member of council would like to make a motion to adopt the consent agenda.
Make a motion to adopt the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Cotton,
Yes.
Councilman Elms,
Yes.
Councilman Foster,
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer,
Yes.
Councilman Silva,
Yes.
Council President Armington.
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I'll open up the floor for a public hearing on any matter. Again, please raise your hand in the Zoom app to indicate that you would like to speak. If you have joined the meeting via telephone, you may press *9. Kindly state your name and address and limit your comments to 5 minutes or less. Please be advised that any derogatory comments targeting members of council and/or administration may be ruled out of order.
Council President, there's one hand raised from a phone number ending in 342. If you'll please unmute yourself and state your name and address for the record, please. Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Well, I just say this is an honor being able to be at the council meeting by phone, and I just feel that we got to work on the biking issue and the skateboard issue, because it's getting to be a habit where people are biking on the sidewalks and you got skateboarders on the sidewalks and you got people jaywalking.
Mr. Byrne, will you please state your full name and address for the record?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
My name's Bill Byrne, and I live at 100 Franklin Street, Morristown, New Jersey.
Thank you, Mr. Byrne. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hi, Billy.
Hi.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Yeah, I miss being at the meetings too. I'm also getting a computer soon.
Good for you, Bill.
Great. Bill, thank you for your comments.
Welcome.
Okay, the next speaker is Patrick Housel. Mr. Housel, if you'll unmute yourself and state your name and address for the record, please.
Good evening. Happy New Year. Patrick Housel, 172 Franklin Street. I'm joining just to check in on One Shady Lane. It's probably been 4 or 5 weeks since we've heard from the town on anything relative to the sober facility that's continuing to operate in our neighborhood. I don't think many of my neighbors are here today, but I know that I speak for all of them when I can only say the frustration is growing, and we're almost at a year that this has been lingering. They filed no zoning application and the town just continues to let them operate. So if we could at least get an update on this meeting, that would be much appreciated.
Mr. Housel, I did send an update to Councilman Iannacone.
And actually, I got it at about 20 minutes after 5 tonight, and it's in your mailbox, Patrick.
But for the benefit of yourself and the public, unfortunately, Judge Byrne denied the town's order to show cause. That ongoing matter in Chancery Court delayed the municipal court hearing. Now that the order to show cause matter has been decided, we expect the next municipal court hearing that's scheduled on January 26th at 3 o'clock to proceed. So that was shared with Councilman Iannacone earlier today, and you should have that. You and your neighbors, as Councilman Iannacone indicated, should have that in your mailbox as the latest update.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you. Council President, I don't see any other hands raised at this time.
All right, we'll close the public hearing. Just in the future, please keep your responses to public comments until after we close the council meeting, the public hearing.
Can I talk now then? Can I talk now then?
You can talk about it now, yeah. Council responses to public hearing comments.
Patrick, I did get that from Jillian just this evening. I forwarded it to you to distribute. And what we should probably do is have a cul-de-sac meeting again, probably sometime over the weekend to review and to discuss. And again, the municipal date is on January 26th, and we'll keep an eye on that date.
I will, regarding comments from Bill Burns, I'll follow up with the administration, the police department about where we stand on the biking on the sidewalk education enforcement program. I know it was going pretty strong pre-COVID, so I think we'll take a look at that again.
Council President, if I may.
Yes, sir.
The chief of police is on, along with our director of public safety. So I'm sure they heard the comment. Billy Burns on the bike riding on the sidewalk and skateboarding. But I just want to take a moment, if I can, without taking any more of the council time. Assemblywoman Ora Dunn is also on our reorg meeting. We want to thank her for coming out and supporting the town of Morristown as she does. Thank you for visiting with us tonight, Assemblywoman Ora Dunn. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. All right. If there's no more, on the agenda we have the mayor's appointments. These are for information purposes only, and so just take note of that. Next up is the report of the mayor and town officials. If there's additional ones.
Yes, I have a couple things, Council President. A couple of past events. We want to thank the fire department, police department, recreation, our office, and all that were involved in the meal deliveries to the seniors. It was an outstanding job that my office and senior center put together. I've got a lot of calls from seniors. They were so happy with their holiday meal. They really missed the Christmas party, so it really worked out well. Also want to thank the fire department for the going around town with Santa. That was also perceived. I actually got a note that someone felt that when they were a kid in the 50s, that when Santa Claus came around like that on a fire truck, it brought back some memories. So thank you, Fire Chief, and let the men know. We appreciate, and women appreciate their effort. Sunday, January 10th, there is a reopening of edible arrangements. Anybody wants to join me? That's at noon. 1 Wilmot. It's nice that they're reopening. That's great. That's terrific. Monday, January 18th, Town Hall will be closed in observance of Martin Luther King Day. There is a virtual 36th annual Interfaith Breakfast. Check out our website, Facebook website, and Instagram to get to visit the Facebook for tickets. Councilwoman Foster, do you have any other information that I can share with the public on that?
No, I'm waiting to hear back from my contact, but as soon as I get the information, I will send it over to your office so that you guys can do the Facebook blast and post for us.
Okay, terrific. And so if the council members can get that out to their respective constituents. Also, the next announcement, take it off our town website, our Facebook and Instagram, is the COVID-19 vaccination registration. Very important. It was overwhelmed today, but I know that if you hung on there long enough, you got through. That is a registration to get on there, to get ready when the time comes that you can be ready to take your shots, your vaccine. It's not going to happen tomorrow. If you get on the register, it's going to be weeks from now. But as they're going through the process of going from healthcare workers to EMS, et cetera. But you should register to get your vaccine, to get on the list. So check our website, Facebook, and Instagram, and guys, pass that out to your constituents. I also want to just mention, because it is really a crazy year. We've been dealing with a lot, and we all know, at least now, I know several people that have passed away from COVID-19, a first cousin and a friend, and our good friend Daryl here in Morristown, and so it's a real thing. And one of the things I want to recognize is some of the businesses that opened up during COVID, which is really a testament to wanting to move to Morristown and start something here. It's at that local cafe on 80 South Street, 0 to 180 on D Hart Street, Clean Juice, 68 South, and Milburn Deli, 139 Morris. Those businesses, those entrepreneurs took a real chance on opening, and if the door's still open, so we can throw some support their way. That's great, and it's good to see that Morristown is still a place being sought at in this very, very difficult time. And really, that's all I have, Council President. And I look forward to working with you all on many different issues coming up very shortly. So we will be in touch with you, Council President, to disseminate to your council on working together on getting some major things done here in Morristown. Thank you.
Thanks. All right, moving on. Other presentation reports. Do we have a report about the Historic Preservation Trust Fund grant, or is that we already got that, didn't we?
We did. It's simply a notice that the contract was finalized.
Great. All right. Council liaison reports.
Parking, excuse me, the the Morristown Partnership meets for its reorganization next week. And like the mayor said, they're very, very busy with the new round of CARES Act monies, which are maybe available for businesses. But they're struggling. And I thank you, Mayor, for all the good comments.
I didn't know what the appointments were going to be like for the liaison, but I do believe that the parking authorities meeting or reorg is tonight.
Planning board's reorganization meeting is Thursday.
Shade Tree, we have the DPW is working on removing ash trees in Granby Park. I know Councilwoman Cotton mentioned that she saw the cleanup going on. We have a systematic tree trimming that's going to start in February by outside vendors throughout the town. And I just want to thank the mayor for bringing up the COVID-19. I posted that today on Facebook and Nextdoor and have gotten so many responses thanking me, and friends have already registered. So if we keep posting it, more and more people will get registered. I know a lot of people don't like using the Nextdoor app, but it does reach a lot of neighborhoods. So anybody who can post on their Nextdoor in their neighborhoods, it really does get the word out. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to regular business. We have
one ordinance for introduction this evening, ordinance number O-1-2021. An ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the town of Morristown, Chapter 7 Traffic, Section 40.2, handicap parking on streets for private residences, to add a dedicated handicap parking space for a resident of 14A Mount Airy Place. May I have a motion to introduce ordinance 1-2021?
I'll make a motion to introduce 01-2021.
I'll second.
Any comments or questions? Okay, on the introduction of ordinance 1-2021, Councilwoman Cotton,
Yes.
Councilman Elms,
Yes.
Councilman Foster,
Yes.
Councilman Iannaccone,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer,
Yes.
Councilman Silva,
Yes.
Council President Armington.
Yes.
Ordinance O-1-2021 has been introduced properly by title and will be considered further after a public hearing to be held on January 26th. There are no ordinances for a public hearing and adoption. There are 14 resolutions for adoption this evening. Unless a member of council would like to pull one or several for separate consideration, I would ask for a motion to adopt resolution numbers R-5-2021 through R-28-2021.
I'll make a motion to adopt those resolutions in mass.
Second.
Councilwoman Cotton,
Yes.
Councilman Elms,
Yes.
Councilman Foster,
Yes.
Councilman Iannaccone,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer,
Yes.
Councilman Silva,
Yes.
Council President Armington.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, that concludes the regular business. We have, there's no unfinished business. We have 4 items of new business, appointing members of the Board of Adjustment, Housing Authority, Parking Commission, Parking Authority, and I think I already said that. I did want to just say that you know, as basically the council's role here is to support the public's volunteerism to our town, which we cannot run the town effectively without the support of Morristown residents. And I would just like to say that while some boards don't require resident or commissioners to be Morristown residents, I think it's improper, at least in my opinion, improper to appoint non-residents to a board if there are interested and favorable Morristown residents who are wishing to be appointed to these boards. So with that, Margot, please.
Can I ask a quick question before we get started?
Sure.
We have on the Board of Adjustment 2 regular, 1 alternate. Is that the case, or is there one moving up, one reappointment, and two alternates? Just to clarify, because we got different information.
So I know what the proposal is, but is that correct, Margot?
Yes, that is correct. If it is the council's will to reappoint an existing regular member and then promote an existing alternate, that in effect would leave two available alternate positions to be filled.
Okay, thank you.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, at this time, I will open the floor for a nomination for a Board of Adjustment regular meeting regular member for a 4-year term ending 12/31/24.
I'd like to nominate Scott Wild.
I'll second.
Any other nominations? I will close the nominations at this time. On the appointment of Scott Wild, the regular member of the Board of Adjustment, Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilman Elms.
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannaccone.
Yes.
Councilman Mayer.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
Council President Armington.
Yes.
Mr. Wild is hereby reappointed as a regular member of the Board of Adjustment. I will open up the floor for nominations for a Board of Adjustment regular member for a 4-year term ending 12/31/24.
I'd like to nominate Tom Ferrara for elevation from second alternate to full seat.
I'll second.
Any other nominees? I will close the nominations. On the promotion of Tom Ferrara from alternate to regular member, Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilman Elms.
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannaccone.
Yes.
Councilman Mayer.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
Council President Armington.
Yes.
Mr. Ferrara is hereby appointed as a regular member of the Board of Adjustment to a 4-year term ending 12/31/24. Our first alternate position is.
I'd like to nominate Mr. Murphy.
Oh, you got it. Sorry, just let
Oh,
Margot
I'm sorry.
finish the.
That's okay. The Board of Adjustment alternate member, this is a position for alternate 1. It is a new 2-year term ending 12/31/22. I have a nomination from Councilwoman Mayer for Mr. Anthony Murphy.
I'll second.
On the appointment of Mr. Murphy as alternate 1 to the Board of Adjustment, Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilman Elms.
Yes.
Councilman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannaccone.
Yes.
Councilman Mayer.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
Council President Armington.
Yes.
Mr. Murphy is hereby appointed alternate 1 to the Board of Adjustment. The alternate 2 position that is now vacant as a result of Mr. Ferrara's promotion, that is the Board of Adjustment alternate 2. And I'm looking for a nomination.
I'll nominate Oliver Starnes.
I'll second.
And that is for an unexpired term that will be expiring 12/31/21. Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilman Elms.
Yes.
Councilman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannaccone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
And Council President Armington.
Yes.
Okay. Open the floor for nominations for a commissioner to the Parking Authority for a 5-year term ending 12/31/25.
I'll
I'd like to
nominate Carrie
nominate
Lloyd.
Anthony Gervasio.
And I'll nominate Carrie Lloyd.
I'm sorry, that was Mr. Lloyd.
Yes.
And Councilman Elms, I'm sorry.
Mr. Gervasio.
Okay. And that was Elms. Okay, going in alphabetical order. On the nomination of Mr. Gervasio for appointment to the Parking Authority, Councilwoman Cotton.
No.
Councilman Elms.
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster,
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone,
No.
Councilwoman Mayer,
No.
Councilman Silva,
Yes.
Council President Armington.
No.
Okay, on the nomination of Mr. Kerry Lloyd as a commissioner to the Parking Authority, Councilwoman Cotton,
Yes.
Councilman Elms,
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster,
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone,
Yes.
Councilman Mayer,
Yes.
Councilman Silva,
No.
Council President Armington.
Yes.
Mr. Lloyd is hereby appointed to the Parking Authority for a 5-year commissioner term ending 12/31/25. Our last appointment on the agenda this evening is for a Housing Authority Commissioner to be appointed to an unexpired term ending 9/5/25. I'll open the floor for nominations.
I'll nominate Nohemi Zabala.
Second.
Any other nominations? I will close the nominations. On the appointment of Ms. Zabala to the Housing Authority for a term ending 9/5/2025, Councilwoman Cotton,
Yes.
Councilman Elms,
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster,
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer,
Yes.
Councilman Silva,
Yes.
Council President Armington.
Yes.
The appointment is confirmed.
All right, that is all the business we have tonight. Thank you very much for coming and participating and putting up with us. Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.
It was
Thank
great
you.
to
Fine
see
job tonight.
everyone.
Fine job tonight, Council President.
Thank you, Mayor.
Have a good
Good
night.
night. Happy New Year.
Good night, everybody.
Here.